Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Power to Negotiate. My name is Reed, and today's session is going to be about something that is most important to every entrepreneur and every investor that's out there. It's time management. And you're going to say, Reed, why do I need to have time management? Each of us has a limited amount of time each day, each week, each year that we have to accomplish anything. And when you're first starting out in investing, what you want to do is you want to have a critical reaction where you have a critical mass that you're doing so many things at once that something's going to happen, because not every interview that you go out on is going to result in a sale. Not every time that you go out to talk to someone are you going to get that deal. And not every time that you talk to an investor are you going to get that loan. So what I want you to do is I want you to be very, very careful about guarding your time. And one of the best ways to do this that I know of is using a calendar. And everyone's going to say, Reed, calendars have been around for years. What do you mean? When I was working at Dynatech, we had a calendar in Outlook. Love Microsoft Outlook. And every half hour, I would have a session, or I would have a break. And so I knew exactly what I was supposed to do each and every half hour. And we would go, most we could do is 4 sessions in a row and then have a break. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to maximize my time. And so I wanted to have chunks of time that were available, not have them spread out all over the place. When you're talking with people on the phone, what you want to do is you want to get to the people that are qualified first, which means that if they're not the owner of the property, don't be talking to them. And if you're going to be talking to someone on the phone and they're not interested, you want to get them off of the phone as quickly as possible. So what are the 3 things we're looking for a motivated seller? The time crunch, the dreadful alternative, and the pain. You want to find out, number 1, if they're qualified. Are they the owner of the property? Then you want to very quickly find out if they have a time crunch. Do they need to sell? Do they need to sell right now? If they don't sell, what's going to happen to them? That's the dreadful alternative. And finally, what's their pain? And once you have that, then you can slow down and spend some time with them. But until you have that, you want to get rid of those people as quickly as possible that are not qualified. And you're going to say, Reed, what happens if I miss one? If you're talking with 10 people and you spend an hour with each one of them, thinking that maybe I can go ahead and draw out from them if they're good or not, you'll be wasting your time. What I'd rather have you do is have the chance that you're throwing away somebody good by asking the questions right up front to determine if they're qualified or not. And if they're not qualified, flush them, move on. Now, I did have one circumstance once where someone called on an ad that we had, and they said, Reed, we'd like to sell you our house. And I said, well, tell me a little bit about it. They told me a little bit about the house. And I said, if you had to guess, what would you guess the house is worth? And they said it was worth about $180. I said, and what price are you asking? They said about $180. I said, well, let me explain what we do. We're a real estate investment company, which means that we buy properties that are below market value, and then we sell them for just below market value, and we make a slight profit. Don't make a lot of money, but we make a little bit of profit on each deal. And if there's no difference between what it's worth and what we can sell it for, obviously, we're not going to be able to do that deal. And I was hanging up the phone, and I heard the most wonderful 4-letter word that you're ever going to hear in real estate. He said, wait! And I heard that just as I was setting down the phone, and I picked it up, and I tried not to drool on the phone, and I said, yes, can I help you? And what happened was, they had already decided to move out of the house. They weren't in arrears on the house, but they had accepted a position in Missouri, and they were leaving in 2 days. And they were already packing up their van, and they were leaving the house, and if we didn't buy it, they were just going to let it go back to the bank. They were current on the mortgage, but they didn't care. They just wanted to move. And they owed about $140 on it, and they were just walking away from the deal. And went out there, saw the house. Yes, they needed a little bit of work, but it was in pretty good shape. We got under contract. They signed the deed over to us, and rather than taking the property in our name, we went ahead and just left that blank, found another investor. The investor paid us $10,000 for the rights to buy the property, and we just filled in their name on the deed. So we didn't even take title to property. We just got the right to buy it and turn around and transfer it over to someone else, a quick $10,000. Are you going to get deals like that all the time? No. But you know what? If you do enough deals, if you make enough phone calls, you will get some deals that will make sense. And most important thing you can do is guard your time, use a calendar, and be very, very jealous of how you're spending your time. And if someone isn't working out, cut them off, move on. Thank you, folks, and have a great day.